promising a lot of you my vintage makeup tutorial. It's my tutorial really, and just my skincare regime every day. So I've had a nice shower and I've washed my face really thoroughly and cleansed it. So now I'm going to tone it, and I use a Gatinu. It's quite an expensive one, and it's supposed to enhance skin lightening. Does it do that? To be honest with you, I've had just as much success with a supermarket brand toners, to be honest with you. So I think once this bottle's run its course, I'm not gonna get any more. So I'm just gonna tone my skin, and I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter how much or how thoroughly you wash your face, even if you wash it a million times in the shower. When you use toner on your skin, you always get some extra sebum and grease and horribleness off on the cotton wool. That's what I believe anyway. It's just something I prefer to do. That's, you know. So I've toned it, and now I've cleansed it, I've toned it, and now I'm gonna moisturize it. Now the moisturizer I use is Fade Out to White. I find it very effective on my skin, particularly at sort of keeping down the sort of pigmented areas, and again encouraging my skin to be a little paler perhaps, because that's just, you know, something I prefer. It's a good moisturizer and it contains SPF as well. I think this one's only SPF 15, but sort of when you use it every day, all day, it certainly can protect your skin. So I've applied my cleanser, my toner and my moisturizer. Now onto the makeup, which is my favourite thing of the day to do. So the first thing I do, now I don't use this every day, but when I feel like I want to just treat myself a little bit special, I will use a primer. And the primer I have at the moment is, I'm going to try and pronounce it correctly, Illamasqua primer. And it comes in such a luxurious package. And it's not too expensive really. It's about sort of £20, so what, I'm not sure what that would be in dollars, but it's sort of, realistically, it's about the same price that you're looking at for any sort of decent primer. But again, you don't want to use primer every day because it's hard going on your skin. It's really tough going and it can dry out your skin. And then just use a little bit of primer and sort of stretch that all over your face. And I think that primer contains a SPF as well. And the primer just gives you sort of a better base for your foundation really. Now for my skin, I don't use any concealers because, to be honest with you, it doesn't match on my skin too well, and it just makes me look a little bit rubber dolly. So I just use a general conditioner, and I'm actually using NYX at the moment. It's a new company I'm trying, and this colour is Ivory. I've seen it about quite a lot in the sort of vintage makeup areas, and it's relatively cheap. It's quite cheap, and I've had quite good results with it. Again, I don't use any brushes or any Fandango, any ombre sponges. I do possess ombre sponges, but I'm really bad at washing them, so I just use my fingers. So we will start with the foundation. And the best place to start with your foundation is just under your eyes, over the top of your eyes, and your sort of T-zone areas really. And then you just work it around in circles. Oh, that looks horrendous. Just work it in circles. And a little tip I learned actually is to apply your foundation to your lips, because it sort of mutes your lips ready to accept any colour. And the thing with sort of vintage makeup really is we use a lot of reds and sort of rose pinks to sort of make your lips pop. So it's often a good idea to start with sort of muted lips really, and that way you can it will accept sort of colour a lot readily. So you keep rubbing your foundation in until you get the I mean, lots of ladies do use brushes and things. It's certainly something I'm gonna have to treat myself to, I think, really, because it would make my job a lot easier. So you keep rubbing said foundation in. Don't forget your neck areas, otherwise you end up looking like half of a Morticia Adams. And once that's rubbed in thoroughly, you just check you've got it everywhere. And then I use, this is what I've been using, and I actually think it's really quite effective. It's the Jerome Alexander Magic Mineral Powder. It comes in a big compact like that. And when I first saw it with all the sort of all the toning colours in and things, I thought, oh, good God, I'm going to end up looking like a clown if I wear that. But do you know what? I've used it and I never looked back, and you get an amazing big foundation brush with it. And it's brilliant. So I just load my brush it off, and just to encourage that much more of a matte effect, just apply it very loosely all over. I haven't got a nose studding at the moment, so I always end up with a horrendous hole. And again, that just tones the makeup down, and it just gives you that much more even look. And it's so clever. So clever. That's the Jerome Alexander Magic Mineral Powder. I think JML might be involved in that somewhere. So I'm quite happy with my foundation. Now it's my eyebrows. The dreaded eyebrows. Up until really recently, I've always used just an eyeliner or an eyeshadow for my eyebrows, and then I sort of came across again, it's the NYX range, the eyebrow cake powder, and again I don't think I've ever looked back. It's something definitely worth investing in, and I think it was something like £5. So with your eyebrows, I mean, the point of the vintage eyebrow is the sharp, eloquent, small kind of brows, but again dark, which will make the rest of your skin sort of pop. So you just want to start by, you guys don't know how difficult it is to put makeup on while talking to the camera, but let's give it a try. So you just want to brush your eyebrows to where you want them. And then you want to get a slanted brush, because that makes it so much easier to achieve the shape you want on your eyebrows if your brush is slanted. So you're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to have to bring the mirror just a little bit closer to me for this job. And you want to start at the outer edges, find where you want to be and commit. Same on the other side, find where you want to be and commit. And just work your way up to the point and stop when you get to the top arch of your eyebrow. And just to keep things a little bit symmetric, you do the same on the other side. Again, going with the slant of the brush. Just keep on working your way up until you find the point of the brow. The one day I need to get it right. And then you use the slant of the brush again. You can always tidy up any mistakes. I mean, that's the better thing, that rather than sort of using eyebrow pencils or sort of eyebrow lacquers or anything like that, really. It's very forgiving. And you just keep adding until you're satisfied, but don't go so mad that you end up with a scouse brow. And again on the other side, This one's always difficult, and I'm not sure why. Always difficult, this one. And just keep practicing really until you get it just so, you know, as to how you want it really. I mean, that's not perfect, but as near as damn for today. So that's the eyebrows done, the foundation done. Now, the thing with vintage makeup is everything is minimal. You want to keep everything minimal but perfect, if that makes sense. So what you do with vintage makeup, you do well. So I don't use blusher. I don't know if that many vintage women that do use blusher actually, or rouge, because that can just bring it up to this century a little bit too much. So it's just keeping it minimal. And now we are on to the eyeliner. I have several eyeliners. I kind of am constantly searching for the perfect eyeliner, and I don't know if I'm ever going to find one. I've just purchased the Rimmel London gel eyeliner, but again, that one's just a little bit knacky, so I'm going to keep practicing with that one. Somebody bought me the NYX The Curve eyeliner, and you hold it like that, and it's supposed to make it easier to do your eyeliner, but for me that makes it bloody impossible. I can't use it. So I am going to go with my good old Barry M Black Waterproof Precision Eyeliner. Now, another tip with vintage makeup is that you don't put black eyeliner under your eyes. That's very, very rarely seen. So what you want to do is, it's just it's cat eyeliner based, cat eyes eyeliner, but very minimal. Less is more, very much so. So you just, sorry, I'm trying to do this the best way so you can actually see what I'm doing. So let's just move some of this junk out of the way. Right. So you start at the inside of your eye, and with one confident sweep, you come out to the edge. Just join it up. Colour it in. And there's one eye done. Same on the other side. Again, this is something that takes so much practice. It really does. Again, one swoop. Well, it's two on that one because it always is for me. Meet it at the end. Darken it up, and voila. It's something that you've got to just keep practicing until you just get right, really. That's the best advice. Now, I don't use any eyeshadows with my vintage makeup at all, because A, I'm really crap at doing eyeshadows, and B, I've never found one I particularly like, but I will, when I'm going out of an evening or something, I will definitely be sure to upload an eyeshadow video, tutorial video for you. Next step, which is a little tip, is white eyeliner. And what that will do is that will just open your eyes, make your eyes pop, and it will draw the attention to the rest of your face. So whereas in modern makeup we use sort of browns and black eyeliners, they tend to draw into the eye. With the white eyeliner, they tend to open your eyes up and open your whole face up. So I'm just going to do that for you now and show you what I mean. Okay, so that's with the white eyeliner. And I just think it gives me a more awake look on my eyes while keeping it natural. So that's my eyes done and my eyes completed. And the last step, the last shebang is my lips. And I'm really hoping, yes, I do have my lip liner with me, but it does need a sharpen. So now that we've muted our lips are ready to receive any colour that we want to apply to our face. And because everything else is very neutral, very muted, I always use a red lipstick because it's just so bombshell and so 40s. So after you've applied your foundation to your lips, you want to start with your eyeliner, your lip liner, sorry. And again, you just want to create a love heart line. And another reason it's my hellhound, George. Now another reason that we use, George, sorry, another reason that we use lip liner is because, woof, 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 sorry, there's a postman. It stops your lipstick bleeding and cracking at the edges and looking all cheap and nasty. So that's a reason we always use lip liner. It just gives you that bang, that pop. So now you just want to and I just add that you should always really use a lipstick brush, but I dragged all my makeup through and that was not something I brought through. So you're just going to have to forgive that sin. And you want to take your thumb when you've put your lipstick on and you want to go like that. And that just stops any lipstick getting on your teeth, which is quite embarrassing. Then you want to just get a cotton pad and you want to just blot the excess lipstick out. But here's another trick that my nan taught me, and it's I think it's something I'll always use, and that is to get your foundation brush, just dip it lightly in your foundation, and blot it on your lips, and that will encourage your lipstick to set, and it will just last that much longer. One last tip, or one last thing to do, because I will go out feeling naked otherwise, is your mascara. Now another tip with the mascara, as you'll see me do, is to only add it to the ends of your eyes, not all along and certainly not underneath. Just apply it to the top corners of your lashes, and that way again it gives you that sweetheart Betty Boop, boop, boop. So just the corners, and you want to tease them out and up, out and up, and it just again encourages your eyes to look more awake, more open. Same thing on the other side. Just want to tease your eyelashes out and up, just on the corner. And voila, my vintage 40s makeup tutorial. I hope you liked it, and I'm sorry about the hellhound.